Well, howdy folks. My name is Stanley LaCarpentier. Now, many of you know me, especially in Patriot circles online, as Stan the Human. I have a YouTube channel and I operate a thing called The Mission Mastermind. Now, part of our efforts in that is a thing called the PTSD Fund, which can be found at ptsdfund.com or ptsdfund.org, depending on how you participate. Now, what we do is we teach a modern science that absolutely wipes out PTSD. Now, and how we raise money for that is we have a monthly fundraising event on the last Sunday of the month where we go 22 miles. It's called a Trekk-A-Thon 22. It's like the old walk-a-thons, but quite frankly, I don't care whether you walk it, run it, ride a bike, take a golf cart, or take our road route and put a flag on the back of your car or truck and drive the 22 miles. I just want you to go 22 miles because every day, traditionally, 22 veterans, people that fought for you and your freedom and your life, take their own. This is such a huge problem that we now have lost more soldiers since Vietnam than we lost in Vietnam. And with the modern science of tapping, this is completely unnecessary. And tapping is something that you can learn in a few minutes and also help other people learn. You can save your own life. You can save the veteran who is your cousin or your brother or your spouse. There are school children that have been going through all sorts of trauma, obviously. And the past few years, we have lots and lots of traumatized citizens here in the U.S. And again, we have a science called tapping that wipes it out. Now, June is National PTSD Awareness Month, and June 27th is National PTSD Awareness Day. But we're not just trying to bring awareness to this problem. We're doing what we call PTSD removal. Tapping is the only thing in U.S. psychiatric history legally allowed to use the word cure, because the man who discovered it, Dr. Callahan, quickly cured all of his patients. And when the American Psychiatric Association saw this, they saw their regular income about to evaporate. And so they sued him over the use of the word cure, and Dr. Callahan won. This was then studied for 12 years at the University of Florida and was declared a science. In other words, this is not an if, and these deaths, these suicides, all of this accumulative trauma is unnecessary, completely unnecessary. You don't have to suffer anymore. Whether you're a police officer, a firefighter, a medic, again, a school child, an everyday citizen, you do not have to suffer with PTSD anymore. PTS is curable. You know when Jesus talks about the burden, or talked about the burden of our sins? Okay, what we now know is that trauma is actual particulate energy stuck on your body, which I believe is what Christ was talking about. That's weight, that is literal weight. And what tapping science does is it dissipates all that. It gets rid of it. I kind of jokingly say to the soldiers that I work with and the homeless people that I help with tapping, you can do 3 minutes of tapping or 30 years of yappy therapy, pretty much the same result, your choice. So, how we handle this is, what the PTSD Fund does is it runs these monthly fundraising events on the last Sunday of every month, and they're called Trekk-A-Thon 22s because of the 22 veteran suicides. The next one is July 31st, 2022, here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Now, we're going to use the money that we raise to form a 501c that headquartered here and all like that. And then we're going to continue to raise money until we have an endowment of 22 million. When we reach 2.2 million, we will be able to acquire, outfit, and open a treatment center. Now, I've been going out for decades now and helping people with this. But we need a place that people can come to. Now, it is these events, we would like for all of you out there to bring them to your communities as well. And what this will do is help us go national, this endowment. Now, you can come with us on these Trekk-A-Thons, and I don't care whether you walk it or drive it. I don't care whether you take a bike or a golf cart. Walk part of it, run part of it. The runners and the speed bikers, we have they start off our event and have what is called an almost marathon, that's 22 miles. But you can walk part of it and then drive the rest. We don't want anybody to overexert themselves. But we want you to go 22 miles on that last Sunday of the month as a constant reminder of the lives being lost every day to PTSD, and that it is unnecessary when we have PTSD removal or tapping science at our fingertips. Again, you can learn in a few minutes. You can save the kid down the street who lost a parent, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. On the 22nd of every month on my YouTube channel, we have what is called a tap-in 2x2, where we teach tapping, and it's a 2x2 because if you're a firefighter, I want you to bring another firefighter. If you're homeless or a medic or a cop, I want you to bring another homeless person, medic, or police officer with you. And then I want the next month for each of those two people to bring somebody else, so that it goes out 2x2. Now, if you want to come with us on these events or start one in your community to have this, to spread this across the nation, then we want you to go to the .com. Now, trekkers and their supporters, we ask that you give $22 a month. Now, if you want to be a sponsor of the event and have your logo and all like that, and have us thank you publicly for your contribution, then we want you to go to ptsdfund.org. Now, if you're a local business, we want to please give $222 twice a year, in June or the first month that you join our program, and then in December. We don't go out on the Trekk-A-Thon in December. What we're doing there is we're creating a gala, like a formal, a party event, like a formal ball, so we can get major contributors to come in and write big checks. If you are a family or a trust, if you're a church or an organization, we ask that you give $2,222 a year. If you're a foundation, a diocese, or a regional business, we ask that you give $22,222 a year. And if you are a major contributor or a national corporation, we ask that you give $222,222 a year. Again, our total endowment goal in 2022 is 22 million, so that we can take this national and really spread the word of this across the nation. I don't want it to just happen here in Tennessee. Now, Hendersonville is right outside of Nashville. And as you know, Nashville is gaining the reputation of being, America's most patriotic city. And that's one of the reasons we brought it here. Now, again, the ptsdfund.com or ptsdfund.org. Our next event is July 31st, the last Sunday of this month in 2022. please go 22 miles or give $22 to this event or become a sponsor. I'm Stanley Human. Thank you so much for your time, and please check below. Do what you can do. Learn what you can learn. Join us in this effort to end PTS in America. It's not necessary. I love it, and I am.